Coming up on Volusia Magazine, we visit a dog boutique in Daytona Beach. We follow a crew underwater battling discarded fishing line in our Volusia waters. And Embry-Riddle has a new building in its research park. Those stories and more next. Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Osman. Community and business leaders recently celebrated the official opening of the Mica Plex, the cornerstone building of the research park at Embry-Riddle in Daytona Beach. Joanne Magley has more.
Daytona ground runway 25 left.
More than 10 years ago, the Board of Trustees at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University began talking about the importance of developing a research facility. Recently, that talk became reality with the opening of the Mica Plex. The university's new president, Dr. Barry Butler, says this new facility is crucial for business and economic development.
Embry-Riddle is known for all dimensions of aviation, aeronautics, anything in that domain. And when you think about the opportunities for business development, for opportunities for research, new startups that are built around that, the opportunities are endless, basically. And so the idea is to be able to pull together faculty and students who are, they have a passion for aviation, a passion for aeronautics, with business ideas, with partners in the Mica Plex. It's an ideal opportunity for it.
Butler says the Mica Plex will spark different levels of development, from students to entrepreneurs, all connected to aviation and aeronautics.
So you have the young entrepreneurs who are trying to stay around the area and develop businesses, and then you also have other businesses that are in the aeronautics and aviation field that want to have access to incredible students, ideas from faculty, and a place to build their businesses as well.
Aerial Applications is the first tenant and established company to join the Mica Plex. Nathan Sullivan is the company's Chief Technology Officer.
We started our company about a year and a half ago, and we are an enterprise drone service provider and drone research and development firm. So we're working on developing the next generation of rapid drone mapping technologies and surveying technologies for both the construction and emergency response industries. At the Mica Plex here, we'll have access to some fantastic research and development tools, capabilities. The labs that they have here really put this on another level and will allow us to continue being on the bleeding edge of drone technology as far as being able to turn around our data faster, work on things like more robust drone aviation, safer drone aviation, and partner with Embry-Riddle on helping them shape some of the policies as we move forward in the drone space.
Aerial Applications is headquartered in Philadelphia, but the company has local ties to Embry-Riddle.
A number of our founders actually went to Embry-Riddle, and from Embry-Riddle we kind of branched out into various industries. One of our engineers was a systems engineer for Boeing's UAV project. Another one of our engineers was one of the main engineers on Google's UAV project. I worked for Intel, and a lot of these companies, while they were moving ahead and they were working on drones, they weren't working as much in the commercial space and the services space, and we saw a real need there.
And the Mica Plex also provides an incentive for local college graduates to stay here instead of moving away for a career.
To provide that sort of facility and the opportunity for them to maybe have that. It's not for everyone, but of all the graduates, they really come to love this place, and so to be able to stay here with an opportunity, whether it's working for one of the resident partners who are here or start their own business, it provides incredible opportunities.
For the Business Beat, I'm Joanne Magley.
There's a dog boutique in downtown Daytona Beach hoping to do more than just provide pet products to local owners. Kate Sark has the details.
The world's most famous beach, the birthplace of speed, spring break, Brownie the dog. Did that last one throw you off? While Brownie may not be quite as well known as the area beaches and NASCAR, to locals, he is just as much a part of Daytona's history. The stray dog showed up on Beach Street one day in 1940 and quickly captured the hearts of the community. Brownie took up residence in a doghouse built by the community, visited with tourists, and sometimes kept the police officers company on their nightly patrols. Funds were collected from locals and faraway fans alike to be put toward Brownie's food and vet bills. While Brownie passed away of old age in 1954, his legacy lives on not only with a memorial at Riverfront Park, but with the memories and stories passed down about him. As luck would have it, Eddie James and Alvin Almodovar were in the beginning stages of opening a dog boutique on Beach Street when they learned the tale of Brownie. After hearing his story, they felt it was only right to name their store after the iconic dog. But they wanted to do more than just name the store after him. When Eddie and Alvin opened their store, they knew they wanted to honor Brownie by giving back to local dogs in need. Let's go check it out.
We heard about his story and found out he was buried in the park. And so we decided, well, we should probably name it after Brownie since Brownie was, lived so close to here. And then we found out about Brownie at the post office. There's another dog named Brownie down there. And it was like 2 dogs named Brownie on Beach Street. Well, that Brownie wants to come back, so we'll call it Brownie's Dog Boutique.
The store is located on Beach Street in downtown Daytona. Eddie describes the shop as the home store for homes with pets. Offering artisanal pet products, toys, dog accessories, and home decor, the store combines a vintage feel with homey service and a fun atmosphere. The shop offers a multitude of high-quality pet foods and Florida-based treats, along with a large selection of leashes, collars, and dog clothing. However, even if you don't have a dog, that doesn't mean Brownies won't have something for you. The store carries what Eddie says is a hodgepodge of a lot of different animal-themed things. He even jokes that everything but the vintage orange refrigerator is for sale for the right price.
The difference between us and a PetSmart is PetSmart is more of a pet supply store. Our store is more of a pet lifestyle store where it's like everything you would need for a home that has pets. So therefore you would, things that are not necessarily totally utilitarian, sometimes it's just because it looks good or it makes you remind you of an animal or something from your past. So we combine like vintage with homey service from the past, and plus it's like just fun. You know, a lot of things that anybody could buy something. Even if you don't have a pet, you can come in and find some pet-inspired art or find something for your house or a gift for somebody that has a dog or a cat.
Brownies features an array of art available for purchase, from the low-cost pieces the owners pick up around town to the works created by local artists.
We always choose one local artist that we feature that does some pet-inspired work. Right now we have Kim Kaiser's, she does vintage doors, and she's based in New Smyrna. She does vintage doors, but she has dogs, she paints dogs in the windows of the vintage car doors.
As the store continues to grow, they've only been open for 6 weeks, they hope to become a resource for local pet owners. They've already offered several informational seminars and plan to eventually hold regular classes for dog training, utilizing Riverfront Park across the street from the shop.
There's a lot of people out there that offer services to dogs, but if you try any of them, a lot of times they don't really meet your needs. So we're trying to find the good ones and bring them to people, and also just to get out there in the community and learn who does what and what people specialize in, and try to really promote them as well.
In addition to helping pet owners, Eddie and Alvin want to also help local dogs in need. Inspired by Brownie, a homeless dog who lived on the street for 15 years, they want to be able to assist older dogs and disabled dogs who struggle to find a home.
When people give money to an organization, that's great, but you don't really know what you're helping in a lot of ways. Whereas if you're just giving money to one dog, you're like, oh, I'm helping this dog and its story, and I'm helping it get back to health, get a home. And so we really like the idea of like helping one dog at a time.
If you're interested in learning more about Brownie's Dog Boutique, the story of Brownie the Town Dog, or want to donate towards the shop's efforts to help dogs in need, go to browniesdogboutique.com, friend the shop on Facebook, or simply stop in. For the Business Beat, I'm Kate Sark.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Growing and maintaining a garden in Florida has its own challenges, but it doesn't have to be hard. The UF-IFAS Volusia County Extension has programs to get your outdoor space in shape.
Hi, I'm Joe Swords. I'm the University of Florida Extension, Volusia County Urban Horticulture Agent and Master Gardener Coordinator, and welcome to Solutions for Your Life. As always, we have a series of classes here at the Extension office, and right now we're preparing for our class on preparing the fall vegetable garden. In the summertime here in Florida, it's difficult to grow many vegetables, and quite frankly, it's just too hot for most people to be comfortable outside. There are a few things that you can grow in the summer vegetable garden. We have some examples here: eggplant, a few peppers, we've got some sweet potatoes. Other things that you can grow successfully in the summer in Florida are sweet corn and black-eyed peas, and that's about it. But largely, summer is a good time to let things go dormant. It's also an excellent time to solarize the garden. As you can see here, we've got clear plastic over our gardens. They've been here for about 3 weeks now. We're going to let them go for another week or two, and then we're going to set about planting the fall garden. There are lots of things you can grow in the fall. Temperatures are cooler. Pest pressure is far reduced over the rest of the year, and it's just a good time to grow things. Things like cole crops, cabbages, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, those types of things. Sweet corn, many peppers will grow successfully in the early part of fall, as well as tomatoes, short season tomatoes in particular. Carrots, beets, onions, pretty much anything that you want to grow in the garden can be successfully grown in the fall and even on into the winter with many things like the cole crops, which really prefer cooler weather. One of the things that we like to teach in this class is alternative growing methods. A lot of people don't have space. They might live in a condominium or an apartment, so we like to teach them alternative ways of growing things. Raised beds, for example. There are many different sizes and shapes of raised beds that you can grow vegetables in successfully. You can grow vegetables successfully in containers as long as they're large enough. Putting some containers out on your back patio, you can grow carrots and tomatoes and peppers. Pretty much anything you can grow in the ground, you can grow in a container as long as it's large enough. And then to get more sophisticated, we show people how to grow things hydroponically. There are vertical hydroponic towers. We show people how you can grow things in something as simple as a kiddie pool or even a coffee can. So there's really no excuse for you not to be able to grow at least a portion of your edible foods in the garden, no matter what time of year it is here in Florida. As always, if you want to participate or know more about any of the classes that we offer here at the Extension office, you can give us a call. Our phone number is area code 386-822-5778, or you can also go to our website at volusia.org/extension. With Solutions for Your Life, I'm Joe Sewards.
More than 1.7 million Floridians want to quit smoking completely. The Florida Department of Health in Volusia County has free resources to help you quit smoking. Dr. Holly Smith has the details in this report.
Have you thought about kicking your smoking habit? Fortunately, Volusia County residents do not have to do it alone. The Florida Department of Health and the Tobacco-Free Florida program have no-cost and effective resources that can double a tobacco user's chances of quitting.
Smoking is horrible for your health, as we all know. Three of the biggest things I'm going to talk about are it can increase your risk of cancer, heart attack, and stroke. And quitting can actually reduce your risk of heart attack in just 2 days. So it's very important to quit. If not for those reasons, there's many others.
There are plenty of reasons to give up tobacco. Consider this. If you lose the tobacco, you can gain up to 10 years in life expectancy. The health benefits of kicking the smoking habit begin almost immediately after your last cigarette, and they can continue for years if you quit for good.
Like the 7,000 chemicals and toxins that are in tobacco smoke. It's bad for the people that you love and your family members that are around you, and the list just goes on and on.
Quitting tobacco may be difficult. You've probably already thought about that, but it's not impossible. Consider this. There are more former smokers than current smokers in the state of Florida, so it can be done. All those former smokers are proof of that. And yes, some people who quit in the past may relapse. Quitting smoking may require several attempts. Just keep at it.
When you're looking to quit smoking, there's 3 things that you need. You need support, you need resources, and you need help. So basically the 3 easy ways to quit are you can go online, you can call, or you can go to in-person classes.
Tobacco-Free Florida offers 3 free, easy ways to quit. Call, click, or come in. Call the Florida Quit line at 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW to speak with a quit coach who will help you assess your addiction and help you create a personalized quit plan. Click. Tobacco-Free Florida's online cessation tool can be accessed at tobaccofreeflorida.com/webcoach. Or come in. Sign up for group classes at your local area health education center by calling 1-877-QUIT-IT-NOW or visiting www.ahectobacco.com. The number of cigarette smokers in Florida has reached an all-time low, yet too many residents struggle with tobacco's deadly addiction.
It's very important to quit smoking, obviously, like we said before, not only for the health benefits, but also it increases your life expectancy. In Florida, tobacco kills 88 people every day. I mean, that's huge.
Ask yourself what you will miss more, your children or cigarettes. For as long as I can remember, my mother smoked. She died from lung cancer when I was 16. I could not take the chance of continuing smoking and not being here for my daughter. I know how much I needed my mom still, and I didn't realize it until I had lost her.
Find 3 ways to quit at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
To learn more about Tobacco-Free Florida and the state's free quit resources, visit www.tobaccofreeflorida.com. For the Department of Health in Volusia County, I'm Holly Smith.
Improperly discarded fishing line is a danger to creatures both in and out of the water. This is where Volusia County's underwater cleanup program steps in to tackle this tangled mess. We get an inside look at the county employees who help rid our waterways of this growing threat.
When people think about the Ponce Inlet Jetty, they think about the pretty views and wildlife that you might be able to see out there and the fact that it's a great fishing spot. But what they don't think about is what they can't see, and that's what's going on underneath the water. Fishing line takes hundreds of years to decompose. So over all the years that people have fished out on the jetty, all that fishing line that has either broken from their fishing poles or that blew into the water has gotten entangled on all the rocks. So this means that any fish or crabs or other sea life can get entangled in it. So what we do is we go down and we try to clean up as much of that monofilament and marine debris as possible. When I first dive in, I'm checking my surroundings, making sure that there's nothing harmful in the way. We usually will follow that anchor line down and just gradually go down. And sometimes it does take your eyes a little bit of time to adjust because our water clarity isn't perfect a lot of the time, so sometimes we only have a couple feet of visibility. So it's just a little bit of adjusting at first, and then as soon as you can see a little bit better, then you just get to work. We usually will swim around a little bit until we find a more dense spot of fishing line that's just, once we see that it looks like netting over top of the rocks, we just start cutting it away and pulling it off of the rocks, putting it into a bag, separating anything that might be entangled in it. So a lot of the time sea urchins are hung up in the fishing line. We have found crabs and horseshoe crabs and various types of fish that are still hooked on the hooks that are in the line as well. So it's a matter of, sometimes it does take a lot of time just sorting through the things that need to get out of there versus leaving the native animals and plants behind. So it's not just grabbing it, it's a lot of sorting and making sure that you're not affecting the environment in a harmful way. Dolphins, manatees, basically no marine mammal is immune to being able to get entangled. And the fishing line is so strong, and the more it gets wrapped onto, say, a pectoral flipper, it gets tighter and tighter until eventually it can completely amputate the pectoral flipper. This could be catastrophic for the animal. The problem goes from under the water all the way out into the regular environment. Birds are forever getting entangled in the fishing line as well, either during casting or the line that is just left on the piers instead of being put into one of the recycling containers. They fly off, unfortunately, and then that line can get entangled in trees, and it traps them there as well. I think one of my favorite moments when we were diving was, it was towards the end of the dive. We were actually already beginning to come up and a couple of manatees came swimming past. So just another reminder of why we're out there, why we're doing this, because it's their environment as well. And it was pretty awesome to see them come swimming past you when you're in their territory.
Would you sign up to eat dinner with a table full of strangers? It may sound like the opening of an off-Broadway play, but diners in Volusia County are experiencing this unique dining experience firsthand through an innovative concept called Idea Dinners.
Idea Dinners is a lot like what it sounds. Lacey McLaughlin, founder of the company, describes Idea Dinners as a social enterprise that pairs thought leaders and innovators for dinner parties and curated events where they can form connections and build community. The concept, which took form in 2016 when McLaughlin lived in Mississippi, grew from weekly dinners she had with friends where they brought ideas to present each week for discussion. When she moved to Daytona Beach as a newspaper reporter, she realized she wanted to create a forum to bring interesting people together.
I think it's a mindset thing, and the more positive things we see, the more amazing people that we meet, and we see them, find out about their stories. Even if we're a small community, we become more connected. And I believe that collectively, there's a lot of power in a smaller group of connected, positive, innovative individuals than there are with a huge population of disconnected people who aren't connecting.
So what exactly does a dinner look like? McLaughlin says it's hard to say exactly, as each one is different. Each dinner features a local chef, or as McLaughlin calls them, foodpreneurs. Local florists and decorators assist with decor. and invitations are designed by local artists. Guests are handpicked based on their application, which includes information on their professional life, interests, and goals. This allows each dinner to pair like-minded individuals to foster conversation and expand networks, all while highlighting local talent. After each dinner, a resource guide is sent out that includes attendees' contact information, as well as talking points and resources mentioned throughout the evening. McLaughlin says the most rewarding part of each dinner is listening to the conversations and seeing the connections made between diners.
Someone told me, I left a dinner and on the drive home, I just saw my community in a different way. And I just was so inspired by the people and the talent that we have here. And that just really stands out to me because that's exactly, why I'm doing this. And I want people to be able to see the talent and the wonderful people that we have in this community just as I see it.
The growing success of Idea Dinners has encouraged McLaughlin to expand her concept. In addition to the traditional intimate dinners, she's beginning to host larger events, including an entrepreneur dinner and one-year anniversary dinner.
I'm really excited to be part of this community because we would not exist without all of the people in this community who take part in our dinners. The dinner is not necessarily a reflection of what I do, but it's a reflection of the chefs and the florists and just all the amazing people in this community. So, I always want to pay it forward. And, I think the more people who take that step to go to a dinner party where they might not know who's on the guest list, to put themselves in that position, it can be very rewarding. And so I hope that people will also not be scared to try something that's a little different.
If you're interested in attending an Idea Dinner, submit an application at ideadinners.com. There, you can also contact McLaughlin if you're interested in taking part as a featured business. For the Business Beat, I'm Kate Sark.
That concludes this special episode. Thank you for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions about the show, you can always feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Osmond. I hope you have a wonderful evening.